Oh, I get these blocks back, these are mine.
Yeah, I know. So you get the glass back.
And then I'm gonna...
No, wait! No, so you've done nothing but kill the things.
So this video is by Mumbo Jumbo, titled I Got to Play Minecraft Earth Early. Go over and check out his video if you want to see the whole thing. But I did a video previous to this just showing you my joy and excitement at this upcoming augmented reality game for Minecraft, which I think is a really great job that Mojang's doing. This I haven't played Minecraft in very, very long. And the last Minecraft I played, I used to play a lot of mods for Minecraft and some of the online servers. That was fun. I haven't played vanilla Minecraft in, I don't know how long it's been. But this is really cool because this is like a new stage, a revolutionary step in the right direction, I believe, for Minecraft. So in this video, I wanted to talk about how they should do microtransactions. Now, the game hasn't been out at the time of this video, so they may do something completely different, but this is how I think it would work, because the thing I notice about a lot of mobile games is if you don't do it right, it just ruins it for everyone. And what was happening with Pokemon Go, first of all, I know you had to level up to get certain things available to you, but when I played for a while where I lived before, I lived in like the outback. Like there's nothing there but just Rattitties and frickin' Pidgeys. Like there was nothing. So I didn't have what the city people had in terms of availability. I hope they don't do that here. What I also do like that they're doing with this is that they're actually allowing people who are on the road, or people who are walking by, to not have to venture all the way into the forest. You can gather resources and items off the road. So that would be really cool. You know, people don't have to worry about that. But the way they should do microtransactions so that it's fair for everyone is this. Number one, microtransactions should only be used for aesthetics. Like if you have, if they're going to be doing avatars in here or your skins, that should be something people should pay for. If there's going to be griefing in the game, which I hope there is, I hope you have PvP where you're able to actually attack other characters and try to break into their bases and stuff. Unless you're on a certain mode. If certain people are on like PvE and they just want to be in creator mode and have fun building stuff, if they have stuff that's protected by building, you're playing that mode. I don't know if you should make that available to be seen by others, but maybe you could, because then you have to go, if you want to interact or something like that, you can go into the mode or whatever. But if you're in a PvP, if you're playing the game PvP style, there should be the option in microtransactions to have like a buff, or not a buff, but like a shield for a certain amount of time. I used to say that, hey, if you pay like $5,000, you can get it forever. But that's not really fair to everyone else. And while that would, if somebody can dish it out and someone could benefit from that, then yeah, the company does stand to take advantage of that. But then it makes it unplayable for everyone else. And I think something similar was happening in Pokemon Go, where people were literally just buying up a whole bunch of stuff and making it ridiculously hard for everybody else. Like, I like a challenge too, but if the people that we're trying to beat in the gyms, or the people that we're trying to compete with, are just people who have like a lot of money and that's all they spend it on as a hobby. Like if you have a multi-millionaire that's playing the game and he's dominating it because you can just buy up everything he wants, it's not fair to everybody else. So the option to buy something in the terms of a shield should be very limited. Maybe at most a month. Let's say you go on a cruise with your family or something and you can't come on for a month. You should pay for that to have a shield so no one can grief you while you're away. However, that should be like the most expensive package and it shouldn't go over that. There shouldn't be stacking of it either, because you want to make it fair for everyone else. Just think about it in real life. If you're in a warrior zone in real life, to hell with your vacation. People will still grief you. You just have to deal with it. It's part of the game. So that's a way to make it like not fair, not safe, but fair for everybody else. Also, I think that in terms of microtransactions, if you want to have a spawner or something, like you want to put mobs out into the world or something like that, you should also pay for that. Materials are super, super rare, and this is something I'm very ambivalent about. I'm still trying to debate on whether or not this is actually a good idea. But let's say that there is a really, really, really rare material. I don't know if they're going to be putting new materials in here either, but let's say that you have rare material, or you want a rare material. Christ, what the hell was that? Anyways, and you're bedridden, you're sick, you can't get that material, you can't go out to go get it. And I think the rarest is emerald, I think. It's been a long time. But let's say the rarest material is diamond or emerald. And you know that it's going to take you a while to find it. Microtransactions should be available at very high prices for people to get this. But it kind of sucks too, because if you are in a server, it's survival mode, or you're playing against other people that can grief you, then if you want to make something powerful out of this that people can't get, it's like now you've made yourself indestructible. Sort of. But then it's fair because you paid for it. But then again, what if you have a horde of people like that are millionaires and they're just like, haha, we're just gonna take over the game. Then it becomes unplayable to everyone else, and then the value, it's one of those things that needs to be balanced very, very carefully. I'm still on the fence about that. I think that should be made available, but at the same time, I think it should be done in a more balanced way. I don't know how yet. I just thought of it. But definitely, you should have the option for customizing like aesthetics. And maybe even this. Maybe the microtransactions could also cover, if you're not going out as much, you should be able to pay for certain materials to be spawned to you every single day. So let's just say you have a few, like, depending on the level that you're on, I think that you shouldn't be having, like, even if you pay for something like, okay, I want to spawn a few blocks every day so that you don't have to go out and get it, right? I don't think on the bat you paying for it should mean that you should get diamonds every day. Like, that's not fair. You should get, maybe like, you at a low level you start off with dirt and grass and sand and stone and all that stuff, and then as you level up, the more you collect and stuff, then it starts spawning. You have a chance of it spawning like gold ore and iron ore and stuff like that, as depending on your level. You shouldn't just start off at level 1 barely having done anything. Like, you do have to put a little bit of work in, and then when you pay for that, for it to spawn, you just get a higher chance of getting more valuable stuff depending on your level, even if you paid for the spawner to give you some blocks every day. And it shouldn't be like, oh, you get 100 blocks a day. No. So, and based on your achievements, so you can do extra microtransactions that could give you like a chance to spawn more valuable stuff for a specific time. It shouldn't be like forever. So I think that microtransactions can work for this game if it is going to, because I have a feeling it's going to be free, because that's the business model that most things are doing now, and they want people to play it. And it shouldn't be a game that you are required to pay for it to play and enjoy it. That should not be an issue, and I think that's where a lot of mobile games fail, when they even start off good, and then they enter this very strange territory that ostracizes most of the fan base, where now only people who are spending money on it can enjoy it, and then make it unplayable for everybody else. Look, I'm all for spending money, but when I'm like old school console type game, PC games, where you buy them and you enjoy the game. I'm not against microtransactions, but I'm against them saying it's free, and then you're like, okay, it's your choice, but to progress or to really enjoy the game, you have to buy something. I don't believe in that. Micromon did the model very well. I did a playthrough of Micromon at one point, and they did it very well. You don't have to pay for anything in Micromon, but if you want to have a motorcycle to go faster, or you want to change the look of your character, of a pet following behind you, or have the option for your pet to follow you, you can pay for that option to make the game more enjoyable, but it's not necessary. You know what I mean? So that's the way they should do microtransactions in here. But what do you guys think would be the best method for microtransactions? Do you think this should be a paid game? I don't see this being a paid game just because of the model and the type of game it is. It just wouldn't work for this type of game. I mean, I guess they could make it work, but then, you know, a whole bunch of people have to pay for it. And then with everything that's in this game made available, it makes more sense from a business model to do it as a microtransaction. For this kind of game, the way it is, I do agree with that. There's just a certain way to do it. So what way would you think that would be? Let us know, and thanks so much for watching.